Cool. So my research question is basically, is there a lack of specialism awareness within our automotive learners? So my hypothesis is, I believe the majority of automotive learners are unaware of the various specialisms within the industry, leading to a lack of direction in their career paths, and that also hinders the overall growth and development of the automotive workforce. So for anybody that's not aware, some of the specialisms within the industry, you can go into automotive design, which focuses on creating innovative and aesthetically pleasing vehicle designs and concepts. Advanced engineering, so working on developing cutting-edge automotive technology and sustainable solutions. Supply chain management, so specialists oversee logistics, operations, sourcing and distributing components. And then things a bit closer to our qualification, specialist component repairs, so transmissions, rebuilding those, turbocharger reconditioning, fuel injector overhauling, air conditioning systems, DPF filters, so diesel particulate filters, hybrid and electric vehicle battery pack maintenance, and things like cylinder head reconditioning. There's a lot more, but that's just a bit of an insight as to some of the things you can go into. So some of the secondary research which I've got from the RMI, that's the reference down below, which goes into the amount of apprenticeship starts and what standard, so things like accident repair technician, auto care technician, and with some of those more common ones, you can see the numbers have increased. So for example, auto care technicians, the amount that started that in 2022/23 versus 21/22, it's around 19% more. So, and again, you can see any of the ones with a little asterisk, those were suppressed due to low count, so there's not many, if any, people going in that direction, which I believe is down to them not being aware that that's a direction that can go in. Again, another thing is the increase in battery electric vehicles, alternative fuel vehicles over the years. It's increasing, so that's obviously indicating that those specialist areas are going to be in need of people that are trained. And then there's another one, which simple, 39,000 ADAS trained technicians are needed by 2024. That was published in December last year. So clearly it's, we're already in 24. It's obviously a deficit that's going to be a problem. What's next? So I think the importance of addressing the lack of specialist awareness has obviously also been researched by the awarding body themselves. So I've got some references from some of their articles. So number one, the demand for skills is evolving with an emphasis on machinery proficiency, strong work ethic, and increasingly numerical expertise in areas like invoicing. Skills in sales are also beginning to resurge among all technician types, and a reference to that article is down below. Number two, investing in training and education is key to preparing our technicians to tackle the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead with ADAS technologies. So that's directly referencing the screenshot of the 39,000 needed by 2024. So yeah, opportunities that lie ahead with ADAS technologies set out in the IMI's report, future skill requirements, top 10 drivers of skills change. So when I talk about driving, it's just different things that are driving the need for skills change. That's just the terminology the IMI use. So obviously they're trying to change that within the next 2 years. The report also recognises that by 2024, again, 39,000 ADAS trained technicians will be required within the UK. And again, reference down below. Number three, the automotive sector continues to recover with a further decline in vacancy rates, yet it's still quite volatile, with high demand for all skilled roles in the past 3 months. And again, that was also published in December 2023, so it's very recent information and research that's been conducted by the actual awarding body. So my personal overview of the current state of automotive education. So I believe the curriculum structure often lacks emphasis on the diverse career paths available within the industry. Teaching methods, traditional approaches might not be effective to introduce learners to all of these specialisms. Again, down to having, the technology and the equipment to kind of advertise it, so to speak. And then industry collaboration. So limited connection between educational institutes and the automotive sector also might hinder that exposure as well. And that's just some of the things that I personally think are the top things that could do with it being a bit better. The benefits of exploring different specialisms, I think career flexibility, exposure to different specialisms offers flexibility to adapt, transition within the automotive industry and potentially outside of it. Innovation opportunities, so working across specialisms fosters creativity and the development of holistic and innovative solutions. And then personal growth, so understanding various specialisms. That needs to move. Never mind. Nurtures a well-rounded something, because I can't see what it says. Why can't I move that box? Okay. It nurtures a well-rounded skill set and broadens professional perspectives.
Yeah.
So then, some of the research. So, in my data collection, I am to gather insights from a diverse group of automotive professionals. So, specifically, I spoke with 5 individuals from Jaguar Land Rover, where I've previously worked, with roles ranging from service managers to apprentice vehicle technicians. And then I engaged with 5 technicians and engineers from another place I used to work at, so called Changan UK. They have a powertrain research and development centre in Birmingham. 2 different ends of the scale, but there's a lot of skills that cross over that people are not aware of, or people would just kind of write off one role because it doesn't quite fit their profile, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go through every single one of the questions, but just to give an example of some, and I don't know who answered. I don't know who gave what answer. So, question 1: on a scale of 1 to 10, how familiar are you with the concept of specialism in automotive training programs? 1 being not familiar at all, 10 being very familiar. And you can see from the results, the lowest one is a 5. So a lot of people were quite familiar, but then going down the questions that kind of dig into it a bit more, it seems that they've kind of gone back on that opinion or thought. So question 2: how often do you observe automotive learners expressing awareness of various specialisms within the industry, ranging from rarely to always? Nobody said always. Frequently was 2, occasionally was another 2, and rarely was 6. And this is 5 from each department, so Jaguar Land Rover, and then the Powertrain Development Centre. So different skill levels, different levels of understanding, even different levels of qualification. So again, they seem to be seeing the same thing no matter what side of the industry. And then pick another one from further down. So question 6 was, how confident are you that the current automotive education system adequately prepares learners for specialist roles within the industry? So again, not confident at all the way up to extremely confident, which there was only one person who was extremely confident that the education system done that. Majority were not confident at all, and then somewhat confident, and then 2 people in the middle. So right there. So I think to summarise the results I got from that survey, I think The familiarity with the concept of specialism in automotive training programs varied among the participants, ranging from range of 5 to 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Observations of automotive learners expressing awareness of specialisms were predominantly reported as rare or occasional, with no participants indicating constant awareness. A majority of participants believe that a lack of specialism awareness significantly affects the overall skill development of automotive learners. Assessments of current automotive training programs in emphasising the importance of specialism varied, with a mix of responses from not well at all to extremely well. Opinions on incorporating specialism training modules were diverse, with participants spread across disagree, neutral, and agree, and strongly agree. Confidence in the current automotive education system preparing learners for specialist roles showed a range of responses. However, most indicate people were not confident with that being the case. And then lastly, the perceptions of the percentage of automotive technicians within the organisations with a clear understanding of different specialisms also varied, with responses distributed across less than 25% to 76 to 100%. And I think those results provided a comprehensive overview of those participants' perspective on specialism awareness. And I think overall, what I got from that was that they don't think it's being pushed enough, it's not advertised enough, it's not incorporated in our education system, and you know, they believe it should be. Next slide. And then, so my questionnaire did contain 10 questions. 7 of them were pretty much you pick an answer out of what was kind of set, but I did leave the last 3 questions to get a bit more depth and give them the freedom to answer with their own opinion. So I feel, unlike the numerical responses, these questions aim to get detailed and personal insights from the participants about their experience and opinions. Qualitative responses offered a deeper understanding of real-world situations and perspectives, adding a bit of depth to my research. This approach helped capture the subtleties of the lack of specialism awareness in the automotive industry, providing valuable information for a more comprehensive analysis. So, again, quick example, question 8, can you provide an example of a specific instance where a lack of specialism awareness impacted the efficiency or performance of automotive technicians within your team? One of the answers did go on to say that due to the lack of somebody's specialism awareness, it caused delays in completing jobs, kind of promoted the chances of mistakes or misdiagnosis and stuff like that. Then question 10, what recommendations do you have for improving the integration of specialism awareness into automotive education and training programs? So they said they emphasise that technicians with a broad specialism awareness contribute to customer satisfaction, innovation, and overall like job completion, so like first time fix kind of thing. In terms of recommendations, there should a handful of the participants suggested mentorship programs, more hands-on workshop, industry partnerships, and obviously education. I think overall the responses I got kind of highlight the importance of addressing these specialism gaps and kind of helping create a more adaptable workforce. Technicians, apprentices that are more comfortable stepping out of their comfort zone. So, for example, if an apprentice is only doing services, he's only going to want to do services. However, if he does more of the other, more involved jobs, he's then going to get the confidence to then try something new later on down the line, and you know, so on and so forth. So then some of the strategies I think that could be employed for increasing awareness about specialisms. Again, industry partnerships, collaborating with automotive organisations to provide insights on specialism opportunities. Specialism workshops, conducting interactive workshops to introduce learners to various career paths within the industry. And then, as a few of my colleagues have said, mentorship programs, establishing mentorship initiatives, connecting learners with experienced professionals in specialised roles. So I think that would really help. And then, again, just on that again, the way forward for the learners and the industry, cultivate awareness, so empower learners with knowledge about the diverse specialisms available in the sector, encourage exploration, so provide resources, platforms for learners to explore and engage with different specialisms, and they might not like it, but that's, you know, you'd rather find out that they don't enjoy it, so then they can go and find something else than to just be stuck doing the same things or not exploring anything else. And again, I think it came up early on, but industry collaboration, strong partnerships would bridge the gap between us in educational institutes and the specialised industry sectors. And then conclusion. So in summary, my research indicates a clear gap in skill sets within the automotive industry. This gap appears to be linked to a lack of exposure to specialist areas and roles. My findings suggest that many managers and technicians are not sufficiently familiar with these specialised aspects. Real-world examples have highlighted the negative impact of this gap in efficiency and performance. To address this, I think it's crucial to enhance awareness and provide targeted training in specialised fields, improving the educational curriculum and training programs can better prepare our learners for the specific demands of the industry, which is ever changing. Done.
Well done. Excellent. Yeah. Any questions? Probably Gav might have, it being in his area.
No, not really. I have a question.
Oh, good. Go on, Holt.
Ladies first.
Just out of curiosity, do you personally do anything at the moment to like put emphasis on these different specialisms?
So because I've
worked
on kind of both sides of the fence, I've been in a situation where I didn't believe my qualifications would allow me to work at that powertrain testing and development centre, for example. Somebody pushed me to apply for the job. I applied for the job. I got it without being big-headed. I was quite good at it from my feedback, which when I considered what it was I was doing, I didn't think that that was something I would be as capable of. So obviously when I'm teaching and I'm delivering to my students, I can only use my experiences as reference points. So I do talk to them about it. We do discuss it, and I try and, you know, you might notice somebody takes a particular liking to a specific unit that we do. There's about 13 of them, so you're bound to like one more than the other. And I will talk to them about it and try and find out why it is they enjoyed that specific unit so much, or, you know, what we was doing that made them so interested, or even what they didn't like about a specific unit, and kind of honing on that bit of passion that I might see.
Good question and good answer. Gav?
No, nothing really. Like I say, it's just because I mean it's kind of what I predict anyway. So there's not really much difference between my opinion and what the facts are.
Or what the data from the research showed.
Yeah, it's pretty much straight across the board. And like I say, be it automotive or be it beauty, I think we were all in the same boat as a subject that's a skill.
It's vocational.
Yeah, so I think we're all in the same sort of boat. So it's I don't think there's really much as lecturers we could do.
I'll be obviously watching the recording of all of you in more detail later. Right, you are ahead of the game. The other two are at their penultimate one, so only just, but you are ahead of the game now. So